Hello and welcome to Ukraine Today. We are at the X Art-Kyiv Contemporary Festival, and joining us here on the second floor of the festival is Lina Kondes. She is an artist. She has an exhibition downstairs. Lina, thank you very much for joining us on your busy night, the launch night. So can you tell us first of all what your impressions are of the festival?
The exhibition is very huge, and the exhibition is very interesting because, as you know, they collected not only paintings of nowadays, but the paintings which were made in previous years, and they are taken from private collections from our Ukrainian people. And I can say that our artists, they are very well known around the world. And you can see on the first floor what they are making.
And is there any particular characteristics of Ukrainian art that differentiates it from international art at all? Can you see any particular themes?
Each art is very different. Like the artist, when he made his artwork, he shows his emotions, like what he feels inside. He shows his soul.
I'm talking about Ukrainian art in particular. Over the past 10 or 20 years, has it changed a lot? Can you see any particular themes that have developed? Like, for example, recently we had the Maidan revolution and the war in eastern Ukraine. So does that come through in the art at all, or not really?
Sure, because environment, it makes a big influence on this. So the art had been
What about
changed.
your works as well? Do you put this in your works, in emotions?
Sure, because according to my works, for example, I made a video, art video, which dedicated to the previous situation which started 1 year ago in Ukraine. And I showed this artwork in Berlin Film Fashion Festival, which was this year.
And what did people say to you when they looked at these works in Berlin?
They said it's amazing.
Yeah, because
they were impressed.
I've spoken to other people in the past, other artists, and they've said that art is actually a very good way of putting the message across about what's really happening in Ukraine. Do you agree with this?
Yeah, I agree. It's true.
Compared to other newspapers or news as well?
Sure, because you see like the pictures, and it's not only oil paintings or videos, it's also photos, art of photos.
But did you shoot these videos yourself?
No, not. I have a huge comment.
And what sort of images are you trying to put across in your work? What sort of emotions?
It's an art video, so it's not like showing directly. When you look on this, you need to a little bit think to understand, but it shows the difficult situation between my country and the neighbor country, and it shows how bad this, and it shows that a little bit negative emotions and the hope for future.
So you also have positive emotions, like the hope going for the independent Ukraine, I guess. And have you exhibited your works outside of Ukraine, apart from Berlin?
Yes, so this artwork, art video, it was shown during the Magmart Italy project, which was held in Naples, and it was shown on the central square.
Oh, really?
During
wow,
this
so
summer.
A prime location.
Yeah.
And
so,
what did people say when they saw your works?
They were very interested because this situation in our country ran through all the countries, so it's like the problem of nowadays. So they started to look very carefully and try to understand what I wanted to say. Yeah.
Were they surprised by the messages that you were trying to put across?
Probably, yes.
Yeah, and it'd be interesting to talk about your work in particular. Can you describe maybe the most emotional piece of work that you have in the exhibition? Is there one that reminds you of your childhood or anything like this?
All paintings which I made was during my different periods of life. So when I had positive emotions or negative emotions, I started to make a painting. So like it has like positive emotions and negative also.
And these are like real life situations that you've been in. Can you describe one? Maybe a real life situation that you were in and you decided to paint one of your works?
When I lost myself, when I thought that I'm very naive, when I thought that I step aside and I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Like my soul was screaming. It was the cry from the heart.
And how did you like portray this in your work? Because you have these emotions, but how would you take those emotions and put them on the canvas? Because if it was me, for example, it'd be like a little stick man, and I'm not a very good artist. But for you, how did it work?
To be an artist, it means to have a huge imagination. So when I started to paint, I put my soul on the canvas. So,
and
like
it was just
that.
your thoughts that were in your head, and then you could easily convert these to the canvas. Yeah?
Easily, and if you will look on my art, you will see that it's like a woman which step in a net, and she doesn't know what to do. She lost, like that.
And do many artists have works like this when they're lost, or is it all different stories that they have when you've spoken to other artists?
I think each artist has its different story.
And how did you get into art? Was it like one of your favorite subjects at school, or was there one painting that you saw in the past and you thought, right, now I'm going to be an artist?
No, my mother and father, they have a little bit kind of special art.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and also I graduated from University of Technologies and Design in Kyiv, so I already knew how to do this.
Yeah, and was there any particular artist or any particular style that inspired you?
Salvador Dali. Yeah, really.
Yeah.
I like him very much.
Oh, why is that? Is it just his style?
Because he's a little bit insane. And as I'm talking about myself, I'm not insane. Insanity is my life. So like that.
Yeah, and are there particular moments in life where you have these ideas for your artwork, say for example in a dream, or is it just any ordinary day when something hits you?
When an ordinary day, yeah.
What's your dream project? Do you have like another project that you're going to do soon?
My dream project is to make a huge project in which I will be a curator.
Yeah.
And I want to take Ukrainian artists, take their artworks and go abroad and to show all the world how they are good, what they can make, and that Ukrainian art is very on a top level, and that collectors all over the world, they can buy and they will be satisfied.
Are there many Ukrainian artists that you know, or is it still like a growing trend?
I know a lot, yeah. We have a huge amount of people who are very critical in this.
And has it grown since independence? Have you seen that this change in the art world during an independent Ukraine, or was it different before? I mean, the art since independence in 1991, has the artworks, or the art world, should I say, changed in Ukraine? Is there a lot more art now?
Yes,
or other
sure.
places where artists gather, that sort of thing?
Ukrainian art is growing day by day, yeah. Because all artists, they are developing each year. New ideas, new style, maybe.
Yeah. Is there just one last question? Is there maybe a piece of artwork that you've seen in your life that's your favorite, or is it difficult to judge this?
As for me?
Yeah. Your personal favorite?
From the artists all over the world,
yes.
you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, I prefer Delacroix. in Paris I saw in museum. It's very cool.
Is it paintings or sculpture?
Painting.
Yeah. Have you thought about doing sculpture or?
Yes. Yes. In future, I want to make sculptures, and I hope it will be successful.
Okay, excellent. Lina, thank you very much for joining us. That was Lina Kondes. She is an artist and she has an exhibition downstairs at the X Art-Kyiv Contemporary Festival. Now back to the news.